Hey everyone, Elizabeth Scala here, and welcome back to another yoga topic. We are now in the last final program of our calendar year for our yoga sessions. This 6 weeks, we will be looking at connecting yoga to the real world, connecting yoga to your real life. Many people sign up for yoga classes or think about taking classes for various outcomes. As a yoga instructor, I hear things like, I want to be more flexible. I want to improve my balance. I'd like to strengthen my core. I need to relax and de-stress. So those are outcomes. Those are benefits. Those are things people are seeking to get out of yoga. So each week we're going to explore one of these topics. And our first topic is related to flexibility. So that is the main reason, people come to yoga is to stretch, to physically stretch their muscles, to stretch the body, to relieve soreness and aches, to stay flexible and limber. And so physically, why is it important to stay flexible? Well, it decreases your risk of injury. You're less likely to get hurt if you're, let's say, outside on a fall day raking leaves. If you're limber and you've been stretching, you're less likely to be sore or have aches and pains afterwards. You might still have some, but less. Um, Being flexible and limber helps your joints and your muscles. You're able to move. You're able to have range of motion. You're able to have quality of life and keep doing activities on your own as we age. As we age, so here's an example, thinking about you want to get down to the floor, and as you get older, it's more difficult to get down to the floor, or vice versa, get up off the floor. So if you've been stretching, if you're keeping your muscles and your joints and your ligaments and even your bones, because if you stretch deeply in yin yoga, you stretch to bone. Keeping all of those things active and limber and light and youthful can really help your activities of living as you age. One of the great yogis, a yogi Swami, there's no name related, but an old yogi philosopher said, we are as youthful as the spine is flexible. We are as youthful as the spine is flexible. So if that's not reason to stay flexible and stretch, I don't know what else is. So that's the physical reasons. And so think about that for your own self. Why do you want to stretch? Why do you need to stay flexible? Think about in yoga, what poses help you get a good stretch? What stretches help you feel limber and bendy or flexible? And then we can translate this to the non-physical, to the mental, emotional, to the relational. So we can apply flexibility to our relationships. We can apply flexibility to work. We can apply flexibility to interacting with friends, neighbors, or family. I mean, we can even apply, I would think, flexibility to driving in a car, how challenging it can be with road rage and other people out there. So being able to cope with change, being able to go with the flow. So I'm going to give an example from personal experience is that sharing and renting and using various spaces around the community to teach my classes. And I teach classes in church halls. And I've been teaching at this one location on one evening for, let's see, 3 full years. Same night of the week, 3 full years. And recently, the Reverend approached me and said, look, the congregation is wanting to switch the Bible study from daytime to evening time. And they've picked Wednesdays. Can you change your class time? What do you want to do? We're going to be coming in, we're going to be using that room. And the immediate reaction was like, oh no, I knew one day this was going to happen. But being flexible, and I was concerned because many of my students have been with me for a long time and they like the day of the week and it's a routine for them as well. So I worried I was going to lose students. I was worried that the class participation would fall. I was worried how I would adjust other things because I teach in other locations as well. And I had to remember I am a yoga practitioner, I am a yoga teacher, and I need to stay flexible. Things are always going to change. There's always going to be some new thing that comes up that we have to adapt to. And so I made the change. We adjusted nights. And honestly, I've had the best registration I've ever had at this location. So staying flexible pertains not only to our physical, but to our mental space, our emotional health, how we interact and relate to others. So again, think about how that translates to your real life. So would love to hear questions or comments. Keep me posted if you have any feedback, and I'll let you know of the next topic next week. Thank you.